Good morning, everyone. My name is Savannah Schultry, and I'm the owner of Own Your Day, where I help ones own their day. I'm a yoga instructor and a meditation instructor as well. And today I want to get on here and talk about reaction or reacting versus response or responding. And what do these have to do with yoga? You're like, Savannah, what does reaction and responding have to do with yoga? Well, I'm going to get into that. So first things first, I want to talk about reaction and response. So reaction, think about shooting from the hip, making a fast, quick response. And usually a reaction, not all the times, but a lot of the times if we're talking about emotional reactions with ourselves or other people, most of the time reactions are rooted in fear and insecurity, maybe even sometimes intimidation. There can be a lot of negative emotions attached to our reactions. Responding is usually rooted in a sense of calm, security, and really respect for yourself and respect for others. So I like to think of it as in yoga, thinking about being centered or grounded. So a response comes from, the core, the person that our best self, from that calm, grounded center space, whereas a reaction is just kind of, like I said, shooting from the hip. So how does this have to do with yoga and meditation? Well, ways that I've seen reacting and responding show up in my sessions with the physical asanas or the yoga postures. An example of a reaction would be the first one would be avoiding. So avoiding postures because you believe that you can't do it, which would be insecurity, right? Not even giving the posture a chance because you have already told yourself that you're not able to do it. That would be an example of a reaction. Another example would be getting into the posture and then feeling that fear or that anxiety stemmed in the belief that you can't do it and just giving up. So a response would be believing that you can do it. And if you feel like it's out of your physical realm or range, asking your yoga instructor, or, looking it up on the internet to see what modifications you can do, what little adjustments can you make to make this yoga posture more accessible to you. And that becomes your baseline. And so you can see here, when we look at physical postures and reaction versus responding, there's room for growth. You can build upon it. Reaction just takes it out completely. And sometimes we do need to eliminate things, but coming from a response, coming from being centered and grounded and calm, you're making that decision from a place of security, knowing it's not good for you versus just giving up on it. So in meditation, again, kind of going to the avoiding or, the fear that you're doing it wrong, or not giving yourself the chance to just go ahead and give it a try. Or once you sit down, in your meditation, letting that logical brain kind of override and talk you out of it, talk you out of taking that time for yourself. So a response would be, in meditation, would be to mentally redirect, to become aware of what's going on with your logical mind, and redirect to the present moment, which would be, sounds around you, the feeling of your body, like what you're feeling in your body, your breath, and then that gives you the space to, the space to sit in meditation longer, and discover things about yourself that you may not have known. And so how can yoga and meditation help you and your reactions and your responses in your daily life. So every time that you show up to your practice and you are open to seeing how your practice unfolds, seeing how your meditation unfolds, you're strengthening, I like to say, like strengthening that, what's the words I want to use? You're strengthening your practice. You're becoming more confident and secure in yourself, to not fall immediately into that reaction mode. Which, when you get presented with a challenge in your daily life, whether it be something like I've used the example of losing your keys, but it can be, more extreme challenges like a difficult situation at work. You've kind of already paved the path. You've already strengthened that relationship with your responses, with being calm and responding from a point of calm and groundedness, as we would say in yoga. So the more you practice this when you're not in those challenging situations, the more easier it is to tap into your responses versus your reactions. So I just wanted to get on here today and talk about reaction versus response. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it. If you have any ideas or things that you would like me to talk about, I'm open to topics. But I would really love and appreciate if you liked this video and if you shared it with all your friends. Talking about reactions versus responses. So test it out, test it out on something small. Say you stub your toe. It's a big feeling when you do it, but pay attention to your reaction. And instead of reacting like screaming and dropping the F-bomb, maybe try to choose a response through taking a deep breath. Anyway, hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.